I'm not sure we're quite live, so I'm just going to wait for it to actually go live because last time I did this, there was a bit of a saying it's waiting for me. If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up in the chat? That'd be great. Here we go. We're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's Speed Build Challenge featuring Ben Ritner, Justin Tadlock, two superstars of the WordPress world. Oh, I'm going to turn myself off. If you can hear me okay, can you just give me a thumbs up in the chat? Lovely to see you all here. We've got loads of people watching, so thank you all for coming. So rules of the game, 30 minutes to recreate a website of my choice. Both Ben and Justin haven't seen it yet. They're about to see it at the same time you see it. They're going to get 5 minutes prep. Thanks, everyone, for giving a thumbs up. They get 5 minutes prep, and we'll ask them how they're going to approach it. But they haven't seen the site at all, which is exciting. And then they're going to build it for 30 minutes, and we'll see how they get on. Before we start, there are a few introductions. You probably know who everyone is, but Ben, can you tell us a bit about who you are? And let's hear some excuses, which you've been telling me about before the live stream.
All my excuses. Yeah.
Let's get those.
Hi, Ben Ritner. I'm a product lead over at Stellar. I particularly focus on Kadence, but I'm also involved in some of the other brands that Stellar WP kind of is the umbrella brand for a few major WordPress products, and Kadence is one of them. So today I'll be working with Kadence. I'm started Kadence, so it's like a little bit of my baby, and also like I'm confident I will find things today that I'm like, oh, I should fix this. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Ben. Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin Tadlock. I'm a developer relations advocate for WordPress. I work for Automattic. My team, we try to be helpful within the community, and hopefully maybe I'll find some problems today that I can report back up to the engineering teams. But I look forward to it. I'll avoid any excuses for now. I'll share them as we go. Yeah.
I've got a list of them that I can wheel out at some point. Thank you both. I should say who I am. I'm Jamie. I run this YouTube channel. I never introduced myself, but you probably all know me anyway. So thank you all for coming. I'm about to show you the website. Does everyone want to see the website? Nobody's seen this apart from me.
Very nervous.
I hope you're going to be excited by this. It's not Ling's cars, which I've been talking about all week. It is actually, I'm going to share my screen. It is actually.
Too bad that you
got that up here. Can you see that, chaps? Here we go. So it's rollingstone.com. Okay.
Okay.
Very exciting. So we've got some posts going on today, and some grids, some action. Initial reaction, Ben?
Yeah, this is going to be a lot trickier than just laying things out. If we're going to be pulling in a magazine style, like I'm assuming we're pulling in posts and stuff.
Yeah, I've created the post for you, and I've also added the photos, all the images and assets you need. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
God, there's deep sighs going on. Justin, over to you. What do you think?
Oh boy, I have no idea right now how I'm going to approach this, but there's a lot of, there's some things that look simple, but I know are going to be hard at some point as we get into it.
Cool. So let me just explain what I'd like, because I'm going to limit. It's not the whole web page. All I'd like is the top bit, the header, the menu. I've created the navigation as a menu and a navigation for you. All I want you to do is this section here, this top section. I'd also like to see this section. Can you see that? I'm not sure you can see that. Yeah, that's that section down there where it says music now. Okay. Yeah, that's it. If you manage to finish that by any chance, then you get bonus points if you can actually customize the single post template as well, as in the single post.
Go all with this single.
But
All right.
fundamentally, we're just after that top section there with these 3 posts down here. Okay, that's kind of what we're talking about.
Okay.
Possible?
Yes, possible. With, within 30 minutes, we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah. The actual site has like this kind of sticky header thing, but don't worry about that. We're not worried about that today. I'm just curious about how you might approach doing this sort of grid. That's what we're really, I think it'd be interesting to see the 2 approaches. Can you just talk about a bit before we start about the sort of stacks you're both going to be using? Ben, what are you going to be using today?
Yeah, so I'm going to use Kadence blocks because that's what I'm familiar with. Seeing this, I will probably be trying to do some dynamic content where I'm pulling in from the post, like, and showing that. I'm curious how it's going to work out. So we have a query loop block. I'll probably be using that to try to organize this. You can make custom templates in the query loop block. So yeah, this is going to be a stretch for me for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to do something a bit more challenging this week because you guys are obviously, you guys. Justin, what's your stack plan?
I will be using a custom theme I've been trying to release for like 2 years now, a block theme, and I will enable the Gutenberg plugin just because my theme will break otherwise because it has some newer Gutenberg features that it's relying on.
Cool. Okay, I've just got an issue here. So guys, I'm going to share with you the actual screenshot of in Slack, so you've got that as reference, because the live site's changed a bit from the assets that I uploaded, but the layout hasn't changed, so it's exactly the same layout. Okay. So are you ready? Are you ready to rock and roll?
I guess I don't have a choice, huh? Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, so I'm just gonna share your screen so people can see. And for everyone's reference, Justin is using a banana yellow browser, and Ben is not using a banana yellow browser. Okay, so countdown. 5, 4. Good luck, by the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good luck, chaps.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to switch back and forth between both of you so we can see what's going on.
All right. Got to get my stuff activated.
So currently we're looking at Ben's browser, everyone, for your reference. And if you want to talk us through what you're doing, guys, I know it's hard because a lot's going on. But we're currently with you, Ben. Just talk us through what's going on here.
I'm still like
Thinking.
very much just thinking. Like, okay, how am I going to solve for some of this? And
yeah, all right, I'll leave you to think. Let's go to Justin. Justin's yellow. What's your plan, Justin?
Ooh, just start working one thing at a time, I believe. Okay, I need to look at the media library for one thing. Let's see, let's just start with a group because everything goes in a group, right? And let's see, I'm working from from an actual page just because I prefer it over the site editor.
Okay.
All right, so we need got a header with, so it's probably like a row or something. I forgot I need to turn on top toolbar. Everything's weird without it. All right. Why is that only that width? Okay.
Right. Flip back on Ben. Ben, you're in colors, right?
I'm just trying to like get some defaults going.
Okay.
So like I noticed there's not really buttons on the homepage. It's all, and even like the links are all black underlined. So just kind of thinking through that. And then, yeah, I guess I'll start building out the header here. Oh, I need to turn on some.
Daryl's just asked a question. It's not it's not 2024 because Justin is using his own theme. So
Yes. Yeah, I don't like some of the default files. Some of the default the design. Why is this?
Ben's in the header.
Okay. Oh, that's got a pop-up thing. I can't copy. Log in, subscribe. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So Justin, are you building the header in a page itself rather than in the site editor?
Yeah. I just normally when I normally build patterns for everything,
Okay.
and I just do it from the editor itself or the page editor.
And then you create a pattern out of it and then use it in the site editor, do you?
Yeah, generally speaking.
Okay.
But all right, let's just see what this. All right, let's see. What kind of width options do we have?
You've had 4 minutes.
4 minutes left.
4 minutes left. No. You've had 4 minutes.
All right. How
We've
big
got
is it?
89 people on the live stream watching
All
your
right.
every move. Justin, what are you up to here?
I'm trying to figure out how wide this is. 496 pixels.
496. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now we gotta. I don't want to. That's space between. All right.
Oof.
Daryl says, I've never used Kadence theme. Is it a classic theme with a page builder like Elementor? Well, it's a classic theme, but it has its own add-on blocks that you can
Okay.
And it has. How many installs have you got now, Ben?
The Kadence theme, I think, has 300. Kadence blocks has 400, and Kadence theme has 300.
1,000, we should say. That's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's check back to Ben's screen. Oh, cool. Okay, header's coming along.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
see.
It's a button only. Wow, I needed a better default button design.
So, Ben, how much of this is just out of the box Kadence at the moment? What you're working on?
I'm doing everything in Kadence theme right now.
But is there any custom stuff you're doing, or is it all just sort of out of the box?
This is just out of the box. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not even going to worry about changing these icons out.
Yeah.
I may put a border around this. We'll see what kind of time I get. But yeah, like right now, I'm literally just trying to get like the pieces in place, I guess.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
And see what I can do.
Jim says, I think theme designers should do this each month live. Themes would become a hell of a lot easier to use. I mean, yeah.
Yes, they would.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of user testing under immense pressure.
Yeah.
All right.
If anyone wants to have a go at this, I'll be putting the link to the InstaWP site with all the assets on it, so you can have a go yourselves afterwards.
What does that stretch? That stretches the entire page. Okay.
All right, let's check back to Justin, see how you're getting on.
Ooh.
You've had 7 minutes, so
Okay.
I would say you want to start on the grid.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Pretty soon. You're doing well though. I mean, you're both rocking and rolling.
All right. I don't want. I didn't want borders on the whole thing.
Oh, we lost Ben for a minute. That was exciting.
Okay, and this one needs top and bottom borders.
Yeah.
Okay, group. How big is that border too? I'll try not to get too hung up on the details.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll shout. I'll shout when you're kind of. I'll shout grid. You need to get down to the grid.
Okay. I do need to. Where's
So Mike says he's go. I think that's got Cadence Pro added, and that's right, isn't it, Ben? You've got Cadence Pro going on.
Yeah, I do. Right now, I'm using the toggle widget area. That's a pro. And then I'm also using these the second HTML area. But we have a widget area, so there's other ways you could accomplish that as well.
Okay.
all right? We need a 3-column. Oh, I don't know. This is where the mistakes happen. Do I start with columns or do I go with a grid or what?
Well, what would be the purest way to do it? I guess would be fun. Well, purest versus quick and dirty.
Yeah. This is these are the things that are hard to figure out on the fly. Oh,
You got loads of time though. We're not even at 10 minutes yet. We got 107 watching live.
that's interesting how they designed it on their site. But it's 74%. Let's just do quick 50%.
All right, we're back with Ben with the Cadence query loop. So Jessica Lychik's got some recommendations. I'd go for columns for the fixed width, is the advice. But then Joss, is it? Sorry, I've got your name wrong. It says grid for the fun. So 2 different pieces of advice.
Do we have a sticky post? That's what I want to know. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. I think I can pull a sticky into.
Let's go to Justin.
All right. Yeah, I've made this post sticky because I think we can query just like a sticky post.
Okay.
I don't know I don't think I had the right post, but okay.
Yeah.
It's one of them. I hope you have a featured image for it.
Yep, they've all got features images, yeah.
Query loop. Let's just start blank. So we have a featured image, title and excerpt. Let's just start here. And okay.
So guys, is your plan to add multiple query loops into your
Yes.
sites?
Yeah, for sure.
And what's the kind of performance hit on that?
It should all be cached. So
yeah.
unless you're running a site with logged in users that you need to serve logged in content to, like specific to that user. So like you should be caching even if they're logged in, if it's like a membership site, but everyone's seeing the same thing. If that's the same user role, then you should cache that. So really, in this kind of a case, caching should take care of all the performance issue.
Okay.
It's just going to be HTML that gets saved at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. If you're going to do multiple queries on your site, you definitely need caching. Let's see, you want to.
Right, you've got 18 minutes left. So I think you're doing okay.
And no excerpt found. Oh, I put the excerpt block in the wrong spot.
This is back on Justin's screen.
Ooh, all right, so let's lower that a little bit. All right, and this was centered, I believe.
So,
An author.
I've got a question for Ben. Katie says, I'm surprised Ben's using the query loop instead of the post grid carousel.
I want more control. The post grid carousel is nice if you need like a pre-designed grid or carousel, but in this case, I actually want more control.
Okay.
Oh, they've added a little no, I added the wrong block. I thought we had a byline in my thing. Okay, let's see. Author name. All right. Center.
So let's flick back to Ben's. So that's looking pretty good.
Let's see.
So this is the actual site, just so everyone can see what they're working towards. Again, so we've got header, and then down here we've got grid layout. So yeah, that's the one. "16 minutes to go."
Whew.
110 people watching you.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I'm going to stop you in a minute and just give you the chance to say where you're at. It's probably not a very helpful thing to do, but I'm going to do it.
Oh. I need this to be a cover. No, I don't want to do a tone. Can I not transfer? You cannot transfer a featured image to a cover block. Why? That seems like a mistake. We're learning something.
Why do you want to transform it to a cover block?
Because I want. I guess I could have tried negative margin, the new negative margin thing, to put the like it's got the category
Okay.
cover story
Yeah.
there. Let's see. I am looking to figure out how to get rid of the overlay opacity, though. All right.
Mike says you should have halftime, Jamie, when you can stop the clock. Yeah, I agree. I don't have the technical ability to do that at the moment. I'm working on it. We're also thinking about having a change the spec at some point in one of these. We're halfway through the competition. We get a change request from a customer. But the clock can't stop today. So that's 15 minutes. So how are we feeling, Ben?
I guess okay in general.
That's looking good. Oh, wow, you've done that. Can you just tell us how you've done the little indented cover story overlap thingy?
Sure. So that's a section block. I'm just adding a negative margin. You can see the negative margin there, and then I set a max width, and then I'm using our dynamic list block to pull in the category. So cover story being the category in this case.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I just changed the name as well. So we'll reload this, and now that's coming together.
Yeah, that's great.
This a little bit.
Okay, you better crack on. 14 minutes to go. Justin, how are you feeling? Oh yeah, you're doing good. Just crack on. I won't interrupt you. You look like you're in the middle of it.
Oh, all right. Oh, why? Okay, I add padding to the wrong thing. All right.
Okay, so just to remind everyone that Justin's browser is yellow and Ben's is dark. That's how you can tell who is who. So currently we're looking at Ben's screen, and he's doing great. He's now on the left-hand column query loop block.
Oh, is he ahead of me?
He's doing pretty well. I mean, you're both similar. I'd say his has a little bit more polish, if I'm being honest, at the moment. No pressure. Are you getting there? Jessica says negative margin also coming in core 6.6 at the moment. No, it is. It should be.
Okay. Whoa, so we got a category title, excerpts.
Yellow and black is a great idea to help us work out who's who. As ever, it's not my idea. Somebody suggested it. So thank you. I can't remember who it was, but thank you. It's a brilliant idea. And just a reminder that this is going live at WordCamp Europe in a few weeks' time, live on stage in one of the rooms on one of the days, 5:00. So if you're in Europe, come and say hi. And we've got Rich Tabor and Jessica Lyshik, which is going to be a massive event. Right, you've got 12 minutes left.
Wow. This time flies by, doesn't it? Is anybody throwing us any other help for pointers as we go?
No.
I,
Max
told
says not long, and we will be watching AIs competing against each other. Well, funny you should say that, Max. We're going to have a AI special, I think, at some point. We've got to introduce that. Jonathan Jernigan, so bummed to miss that live, but big news on the Jernigan front. He will be competing in a week's time, I think, Jonathan, isn't it? You're going to be competing live on this channel, so using Generate Press, I think, which is going to be incredibly exciting. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, so we are going to be track 3, 5:00 on one of the days. I can't remember. I think it might be the 15th of June. But it's going to be huge. There's going to be music and fireworks and stuff. Right, Ben, how's it going? You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm kind of came back here just realizing I wanted to change a couple things. Like setting a max width on this.
I need to,
Okay. So you're finessing.
Just, yeah, finding that looks a little bit better. Back to here.
You guys are very laid back under pressure. I think I'd want you in my corner when the pressure's on.
Grab this section.
It's looking really cool.
Yeah, well, I assume
that.
this is all in good fun, so you don't really have to be super nervous about it.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to be, perfect layout by the time we get done. So it's easy to be kind of laid back. But I'm still worried what this is going to look like by the end.
Yeah, well, you've only got 10 minutes, so you're going to find out fairly soon.
I can't believe how fast this is going.
I think you're doing great. You're both doing great. I mean,
that's the thing that's shocking me probably the most is like, oh my goodness, it's going fast.
We're back with Kadence.
Let's see.
Yeah, definitely bring popcorn to WordCamp Europe if we're allowed it.
Yeah. What should this?
Right, 9 minutes 38 to go. Tons of time.
Oh yeah. It's easy for you to say.
It's very easy for me to say. Hey, Mike, great to see you. Mike's a big advocate and been using block themes, so good to see you, Mike.
Let's see how we're looking here. Okay. Oops.
So we need a category.
Let's check in on Justin.
Yeah, got to get rid of this no results.
So are you still working in the page rather than the site editor, Justin?
Yeah, that's just how I build. I literally do all of my builds like that.
And at some point, you're going to transfer it across?
Well, normally I would just set this to the home page. Like if we look at I'm actually using. I don't know what this is going to look like in the preview.
Okay.
What? Okay. Yeah, I have some work to do. Why is that only? I need to just reset that. I thought using a sticky would help there, but
it's looking okay.
Yeah, so it's ugly, but we'll get it.
Yeah. You got oodles of time. You got 8 minutes, so
yeah,
no rush.
Include sticky phase, exclude. All right.
Mike Devitt says, Ben really showing how good Cadence Pro is and how quickly he has developed this already. Great work.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing good. You're both doing good. We've got a question. Is
All
there a
right.
magazine template in the Cadence template library, Ben?
No, there's not. Not like this.
There will be tomorrow.
We should probably
Seriously.
add one now because it's coming together like this. But all right. Tiny
Jessica
little
says,
things.
sorry, Ben, I interrupted. Did you
Oh,
finish?
you're good.
Okay. You've got 7 minutes, 16 to go. Jessica says, the challenge happens on the first day, June the 14th. I had my talk earlier that day. That's a big day, Jessica, then, isn't it? Hi, Derek. Great to see you. Thanks for coming along. We're still at 113 people. If you're enjoying this, everyone, if you could hit the like button, that'd be amazing because it helps spread it around. Spread the word around YouTube. Helps the algorithm know that you enjoy it. So if you can hit that like button, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. There are only 18 likes and 113 people watching. So please, please, please. That'd be fantastic. And more are on their way, and different formats are being planned, and some specials are on their way as well, which I can't talk about today, but we've got some really cool stuff coming up. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed the left-hand column on the website has an excerpt for the first post, but not the other ones. Can't quite do that with a query loop. I should have. Okay, I guess I could have added two queries in the left-hand
I see,
side. All right.
So
All right.
I'll
What are
give
we
you a
on?
shout when there's 5 minutes to go.
Okay. All right.
Kathy says,
we are real designers in real life, by the way. All right. 50. Okay. All right. See group.
all right, let's flip back to Ben, see how he's getting on.
With all right.
I think we've got a lot of Cadence users in the house, Ben.
Oh, that's good. People showing up to show support. Yeah.
Yep,
Right, that's the 5 minute mark. 5 minute mark.
Oh no.
Here comes the pressure. Time to start thinking about doing the best you can in the time available.
Okay.
All right. I actually need to see what this. I need to see what it looks like on the front end. All right. I need to. Okay.
I think Ben, you're almost there, right?
He's got the entire thing done.
He's gone onto the whole website. He's got a membership area. He's done all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
he's got subscriptions working.
He's got subscriptions. Is he on the single post already?
No, he hasn't. He's not even thinking about the single post template.
I don't think that it will happen.
No, that's fine.
Based on where I'm at now. So
that's 4 minutes left.
I want to do this.
The big 4-0 to go.
All right. I need to collect this column. I'm going to just try to fine tune what little bit I can at this point. And
it's good to see a comparison between Cadence and kind of core. It's really interesting. Really interesting. Peter says some encouraging words. Peter Ingersoll. Hi, Peter. It looks like they're both doing great.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why WordPress, and this, I think this is something to do with our, with how like some of the CSS changes are happening. Why it's not giving me my padding on the left and right. I think I'll have to get in touch with Rich.
It could be your theme, right?
Well, it's probably my theme, and like there's changes to like global padding, and now I cannot for the life of me add like padding to the left and right.
Yeah. I mean, I think this should be probably a core development team
Yeah.
situation every week, right, Justin? We get everyone
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah. Say here, this broke.
Right, that's 2 minutes 42. 2 minutes
Oh
42 to go.
no, goodness.
So, hey Ben, you're almost there. You look like you've almost got it.
Yep. I am just going to. Okay, I had it in the wrong place. No wonder. But there are changes to the overall padding. Let's
Sue
see.
Polinsky says, "Shoot, I spent more than 30 minutes this AM on a Cadence footer widget. This is impressive.
There we go. I just wanted the padding on the left and right.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
There we go. Success.
All right.
Right,
Let's see if I
you want to start thinking about finishing up now, guys.
All right. How many minutes? We're in 1 minute.
You got 2 minutes exactly.
All right.
You can do a lot in 2 minutes. 121 people watching, and you'll be, from a nervous start, you're both doing great guns.
All right. Let's group these two. All right. Oh, okay. Let's see. Can we? What did I do?
1 minute 30 to go.
Goodness.
Goodness me.
I get super nervous at this point.
Whoops.
All
So
right.
just make sure you've got something to kind of display. I mean, I think you both have. You both look like you've got something to display, like that you can talk us through when you show us your work.
All right. I've lost track of how I was doing this.
I've got a question for Ben.
Yeah.
Ben hasn't used a single custom CSS, correct? Question mark. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, I haven't.
Correct.
I definitely didn't come in thinking I could do that. I figured I would somewhere along the line, but so far
49 seconds to go. And we're going to be strict on the time. We're going to end when we end.
Whew.
So finishing up now. 40 seconds to go. You're both done great.
Yeah. Just count us down. 10, 9.
Yeah, I will. We're not quite there. You've got ages. You've got 30 seconds.
All right.
20 seconds. I'm flicking back and forth a bit quickly. Sorry, everyone.
I'm just leave that be before I mess up something else.
7. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh,
1. Stop the clock.
all right. Hit my publish button. All right.
Stop. Hands up, please, so we can. Well done, guys. Round of applause. You both did. You both did amazing. Everyone watching, give them a thumbs up. Well done. Look at that. Right, should we start? Where should we start? So we're going to start at the front end. Don't dive into the back end yet. Justin, we'll start with you, I think. Can you show us go to the front end, just talk us through your feelings, and then we'll get you to dive into the back end in a minute. Just kind of, what you think, how you got on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the layout's that hard. Like, we can really do most of this in the block editor. It's just we're trying to do this really fast. It makes it a lot harder to kind of think through the proper process. And one thing I did try to avoid was like, trying to get my spacing right. So they're definitely off on the spacing, but I at least got most of the header, I think, and try to get the 3-column layout somewhat. I want to say how close am I? I didn't get the. I didn't have time to set the the overall wide width. So that is one thing I wanted to get to, and for some reason this featured image is not cropped right. But I tried to get to the bottom grid, but didn't quite make it. And 30 minutes goes by really, really fast.
Yeah, you did great. So you're fairly content, right? If you could give yourself a score out of 10, what were you putting yourself?
I don't think there's a whole lot more. There's probably some things I could have tried differently, but in 30 minutes, I don't think I could have done much better. So or 8 out of 10 on on my skill set with the visual editor.
Yeah, cool. I should have mentioned actually, which this site is actually built using WordPress. I took it from the WordPress .org showcase, so it is a WordPress site. I probably should have said that at the start. Right, nice. Ben, let's look at you. Look at that, pretty good. Talk us through.
Yeah, I think it's coming along. I think looking at their actual site, I built just a bunch of advanced query loops and then kind of ran them through. There's two ways I could have gone about this to make it so, like, obviously this is duplicating and we don't have categories set, but like, I'm assuming if you're actually running this, you're probably like pulling in specific posts on this page to feature. And so inside the query loop, I should have, instead of just grabbing the latest posts, I should have just grabbed the ones that I wanted to. Like, that's how I got the cover story, is just by going into the back end, into the query loop, and then saying, I want to select a specific post. I'm on the wrong one. So I'm noticing that would have been a quick win, just to change up the images there. And then quickly running in and adding categories would have been a quick win, which I didn't do.
Yeah.
It's cool. But overall, it's coming together for sure. I definitely want to now like do all the finesse stuff, like make sure I get the fonts right and the sizes right and all of that. But it's coming together.
Yeah, you did great. Right. Thank you. Justin, do you want to take us into the back end and talk us through technically how you did it?
Yeah, sure. So I will start by saying this is not at all how I would normally do things. I wouldn't present like everything on a site I would build as a pattern to start with, and I would do that over hours of time, and get those right and present them to a client or or from putting them in a public theme or whatever. I would do it that way.
Sorry, can I ask?
Yeah.
So when you say everything you do as a pattern, like
I mean, I would probably have a pattern for like this whole 3-column grid section, but I would probably also have patterns for each of the query loops used here. So or multiple patterns, so that users could just insert them on, without having to. My goal is to not have users in the like the design panel at all. I want them to just pick and choose what they want. Yeah, and hopefully, you have a header pattern. That's how I view everything, through the lens of like, this is a pattern that we can, put together as a designer. I just started with the header. I didn't know if I was going to start there before the show, but since you already had the nav menu put together, I figured why not. And just I think I just wrapped everything in the group blocks. I think I mentioned a minute ago, I would have focused a little bit more on getting the wide width correct. If we had maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, which you could do through setting inner blocks and setting custom width and so on. But I use query loop blocks in each of these situations. And also down here, I'd use query loop. I feel like the layout's straightforward. We're just, I did use columns block. I think there's some things maybe I'd like to try with grid here, like the new grid coming in 6.6.
Yeah.
That's what I was questioning. Should I go try the experimental thing yet, or should I just go with what I know works and that's the columns block?
Yeah. Cool. Amazing. Thank you. Right, Ben, do you want to take us into the back end of code?
I mean, I think starting with the header, just to get grounded, I just worked in the header builder, so I was able to drop in kind of the pieces that I needed. So obviously, like, these would need to be like workable links and stuff, and get that together. But like, structurally, pretty quick to throw all that into place. Obviously, I didn't do anything with mobile and look at mobile at all.
Can we have a look? Actually, I was going to ask that. Can we?
Oh no, no.
Can we have Can we have a quick look at each of your sites? Like if you just squish the browser and see what happens.
Yeah. So again, I didn't set this up, but here's the. Come on. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. All right. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely going to need a quick. Right now, what's happening is I set the columns for desktop, but I didn't set them for tablet. So now you can see that all of these query grids that I've added in, where I changed the columns to 1, they're jumping to 2, which because they default to 3, and I didn't set them for tablet. I just moved them for desktop, and then they go back to 1. I would probably make this show up at the top. I guess I didn't look at what Rolling Stone's actually doing, but this would be like the first of that group, and then I would make this a grid on smaller screens, and then obviously like change the logo and stuff. But a lot of that is actually pretty quick to go in and do. So from the back end side, you can see I've got a row layout with 3 columns and then a query loop in each column. And so like this particular setting, we've got cards. These are a custom post type actually on the back end. And you can see my columns just on tablet. I need to just move that to 1. So that would be how I would go in. And then similarly here, you got the query card. You can move that to 1. Starts to come together. But yeah, inside of a query card, I'm using the advanced image block, which I'm pulling from dynamic content. So that's pulling in the featured image from the current post. And then I got the ratio set, and I'm using the dynamic list to pull in the taxonomy.
Cool.
So, yeah, all said, I think the one annoying thing that I'm seeing is that I just need to fix the border on the right here to get this to come together, and then work on kind of how it's going to look on mobile, which, I mean, I'd start with fixing the logo. Right now I set the max width pretty large, so that would just be dropping that down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Any questions?
How do you feel it went?
When I saw it, I was like, man, this is not what I expected. So I'm glad it came out looking like this.
Yeah.
Because this is probably a little bit better than I thought I was going to end up with once you showed me the site.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
But I definitely see that there's a lot I could get nitpicky about in terms of like just border and adding in the double border here and stuff like that. Like there's things that would, at this point probably require some little bit of CSS to get set just perfect. But
it's 30 minutes, and you did amazing. You both did great. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Big thank you to everyone. Thank you everyone for watching. I think they did great. Didn't they do great? Coming up in, what's that, a week's time is the next one. Rich Tabor, Jonathan Jernigan. Very exciting. So I think that's probably going to be a Generate Press versus, I'm guessing, Core, right? That's what I imagine that's going to be. So tune in for that next Thursday. I think that's next Thursday, right? At 7 p.m. UTC. Same time, same place. And I just want to thank you guys again. That was completely awesome. The pressure is immense, and you both did brilliant things. So thank you so much. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you can give it a thumbs up and say well done to Justin and Ben, because they were amazing. And we will see you same time, same place next week. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right.